And let's begin with the top story that we're tracking at this hour. The Delhi Environment Minister, Gopal Rai, has written to Union Environment Minister and urged him to immediately call a meeting of environment ministers of NCR states and experts. The Delhi minister has called for a joint plan to curb air pollution in the National Capital Region.
Citing a report by the Centre for Science and Environment, Gopal Rai said that 31% of air pollution in Delhi comes from local sources and the rest, that is 69%, is from outside. Right, so this is an important statement that has come from Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai. In fact, he has written to Union Environment Minister and has requested him to immediately call a meeting of environment ministers of all the NCR states, that is Punjab, Haryana and Delhi, of course, and experts also. The Delhi minister has called for a joint plan between Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi and the centre, and also it will involve the NCR states to curb air pollution in the entire NCR region. In fact, Alok Singh is joining us live with more details on this. Alok, if I'm not wrong, this is not the first time that the Delhi government has spoken about cooperation when it comes to centre and NCR states to fight the pollution menace in the NCR. But how much results is it going to yield is something we need to see.
Hello.
Right, there's some problem with Alok's connection there.
We seem to have lost that link with Alok. Yes.
Right, yeah, we'll try and reconnect to Alok in just a bit, but this is a very important piece of information which is coming in from the national capital. In fact, Alok is back with us with more details. So, Alok, we were just talking about how this particular letter has been written by Delhi Environment Minister to the Union Environment Minister, urging cooperation on the issue of pollution, which has been a headache for the national capital since long now. But how much result is it going to yield? It is something which we need to see.
Well, definitely, there are two aspects. One is that Delhi government is saying that there was a study came in which it has clearly been ascertained that in the national capital, the pollution is happening because of two reasons. One, the internal resources means that is contributing around 31%. However, the 69% of pollution is being contributed through the neighboring states. Means many of the vehicles comes in the national capital. Many of the factories are located at the NCR, whether it's Faridabad, Gurugram, means that in Haryana or Uttar Pradesh. So central Delhi government, in fact, for past several years, again and again, repeatedly requesting the central government to come forward and work together. We have seen and we have reported in the past as well. So that is why now again Gopal Rai, who is a environment minister of Delhi government, he has written to the central government requesting that central government should ask all the stakeholders, means all the neighboring states chief secretaries or the department heads to come forward, and they could do take some collective measures, because 69% of pollution which the Delhi government's study is saying that is being contributed because of the external resources. So without taking precautionary measures collectively, the problem of pollution is not going to be solved in the national capital, and that is why he has written to the central government. We have to see when the central government will take the cognizance of this letter and whether they will call for that kind of emergency meeting or not. Back to you.
Absolutely, Alok. So the minister seeking a joint plan to curb pollution for Delhi NCR. And this is something that we have to look at and be really worried about, because here this particular plan really also mentions that 69% of the population that comes into the national capital is due to outside forces.